hear from you soon to escalate this to our repossession team, and I do not want to have to do that.
I'll stay, remember.
1 minute.
Get up, Mom, get up.
Including eviction rate.
You have to hear me.
Criticisms.
We're meeting David at the attorney to sign the papers, so you can't be late.
It's
And if
okay.
you don't put the money down today, we'll be evicted. Do you understand?
Hey.
Mommy.
Hi, babe.
So you gotta pick up the check. Hi, David,
Hey.
I'm so sorry. We got held up in traffic.
It's fine.
Oh, this is Kenny, you remember?
Of course.
Thank you for the money off and the extension.
Of course. Dorian's not with you?
We need both of you to sign the loan.
Of course. Should be here. It's.
Hi, listen.
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm at the attorney's office.
You're gonna have to tell them I can't make it. I can't talk about this right now. Sorry.
Are you serious?
Gotta go.
Is Dorian gonna make it?
The story begins with a young woman named Lynn. Lynn is buried deep in debt. She lives with her little brother Ken, an autistic child, and their mother Doran. But there's a problem. The house they've been renting is about to be sold, and if they want to stay, they need to come up with the money to buy it by tonight. Lynn tells her mom, "Meet me at the attorney's office at 2:30. She's been juggling small jobs to survive, while also studying alongside Ken. But Ken's unusual behavior frustrates his teacher. The teacher snaps, "I can't allow this in my class. Kids like him belong in government facilities." Later, Len and Ken arrive at the attorney's office waiting anxiously, but their mother never shows up. When Lynn calls her, Doreen coldly replies, "I can't come, I'm busy." Anger builds inside Lynn. She rushes back home only to find her mother pulling up in a brand new car. Doreen has blown all the money meant for their down payment on this shiny vehicle. "These were my savings," Doreen argues. Lynn, furious, shouts, "How could you do this?" But her mother doesn't care. Now, Lynn faces a terrifying reality. If she can't secure this house, government authorities will take Ken away. And tomorrow, the dealer will accept another buyer's offer. This is her last chance. Desperate, Lynn begs her mother for the car keys. "I'll return it. We can still save the house." But Doreen refuses. The pressure crushes Lynn. Her chest tightens. Her breath quickens. She spirals into a panic attack. Tears streaming, she pleads, "Please, Mom, I'll end up on the streets. Just listen to me." But Doreen remains unmoved, broken. Lynn drags herself to her bartender job. She pleads with the dealer for more time, but he cuts her off. "I've already given you enough. You have until 9 a.m. tomorrow, no later." Nearby, one of Lynn's co-workers, Cody, overhears her desperate conversation. Then, suddenly, her phone rings. It's Scott. Lynn gets ready, changes her clothes, and goes to meet him. Scott smirks. "So, this is the first time you've actually called me." Lynn, holding back tears, confides in him. She explains her situation, how she needs $25,000 to save the house. But Scott shuts her down. "Look, I like you. I pay you to spend time with me, but I don't want to hear about your problems. I have enough of my own." Then he leans closer and says, "So, are we going upstairs?" With a heavy heart, Lynn quietly agrees. Afterward, Scott hands her some extra cash. "This is the last time," he says firmly. As he leaves, Lynn notices something. Scott has forgotten his car keys. When he realizes, he turns back. But by then, Lynn has already stolen his car. Not just any car, this is a supercar. She drives it out to a remote, deserted spot and leaves it there. But soon, her phone fills with Scott's voicemails demanding, "Return my car." Instead, Lynn heads to her friend Georgia's place. Georgia is living in her politician boyfriend's luxury apartment, and she owes Lynn $3,000. When Lynn asks for the money, Georgia refuses. "I don't have that much." Lynn reminds her, "I bailed you out of jail. If you owe me." But Georgia won't budge. Finally, after Lynn presses harder, Georgia grudgingly pulls $500 from her boyfriend's locker. "This is all I can give you right now." She hands Lynn the money and quickly heads out. But as soon as Georgia leaves, Lynn's eyes fall back on the locker. She can't resist. She tries to open it, but she doesn't know the code. Lynn goes straight to Cody. She tells him, "I forgot the password to my digital safe, and now it's locked. Do you know how to open it?" Cody frowns. "Why would I know that?" Lynn presses. "I heard you've been to jail, so maybe you'd know how." But Cody shakes his head. "No, and honestly, this whole story of yours sounds pretty sketchy." Desperate, Lynn offers him money. "I'll give you $200 if you help me." She lies, telling him the safe is inside her own apartment. Cody thinks for a moment, then smirks. All right, but it's going to cost $400. He agrees to go with her. But the moment they step inside, Cody starts to get suspicious. This apartment is way too nice for a bartender, he mutters. He doesn't believe for a second that the vault belongs to her. Backed into a corner, Lynn finally admits the truth. I just need $3,000 from it. That's all. Please, I really need it. After repeated begging, Cody relents. But we'll need to take it somewhere else, and that'll cost another $800. So, hiding the vault between pieces of furniture, Lynn and Cody smuggle it out of the building. Lynn's plan is simple. Get it open, take what she needs, and put it back before anyone notices. They arrive at a grimy house on the outskirts of town. One of Cody's shady contacts leads them into his garage. Even he doubts Lynn's story. Still, he sets the vault down and starts cutting into it, but the steel is too strong. He switches to a hammer, pounding again and again until finally the vault cracks open. Inside, not just cash stacks of drugs, wads of money, expensive Rolex watches. The man snarls, "This isn't yours." But Lynn insists it is. He presses a knife to her throat. "Tell me where you stole this from." Panicked, Lynn blurts it belongs to a friend. But he doesn't believe her. Suddenly, Cody lunges, fighting him off.
Tell me where the Stay back.
Meanwhile, Lynn takes on his partner, grabbing the cutter and slamming it into him, knocking him unconscious. Together, Lynn and Cody flee the garage, gasping for air. Once they're safe, Cody opens up about his past. He explains how a girl once set him up, framing him for theft. That's why he ended up in jail. Lynn, meanwhile, counts the money from the vault, $19,000. Her mind changes instantly. No longer thinking about returning it. All she can see is her dream of buying the house, but she's still $4,000 short. Smirking, she turns to Cody. "Do you know anyone who might want to buy a Mercedes?" She tells him about Scott's car, that it actually belongs to Scott's wife, which means he won't report it stolen. Doing so would expose everything. Cody considers, then nods. "Fine, I'll give you $4,000 for it, but first, I need to see the car." Lynn counters, "No, you show me the money first." Before they can argue further, Lynn's phone buzzes. A voice note from Doreen. In all the chaos, Lynn had forgotten to pick up her brother. She rushes off, collects Ken, and introduces him to Cody. On the drive, Ken even sings a song for Cody. Soon after, Cody retrieves the cash from his place. Then together, they head to the Mercedes. Miraculously, it's still parked where Lynn left it, untouched. But just then, Cody's tone shifts. "After everything we'd been through, you still didn't think about me, did you?" He demands half of the money from the vault. And the truth comes out. He never even brought the $4,000 he promised. He and Lynn explode into a heated argument. Like Lynn, Cody needs the money desperately. Their shouting turns into a struggle. He grabs for the bag. Ken, terrified, begins to cry. Cody rips the bag away and storms out of the car, but rage overtakes Lynn. She slams her foot on the gas and drives the car straight into him. Snatching the money, she speeds away. In the back seat, her little brother trembles, his voice breaking. "Why are you doing this?" Lynn takes Ken to a restaurant to eat pancakes, but Ken is upset. He quietly says, "I miss Dad." Lynn nods. "I know, but Dad left us." Ken looks at her with teary eyes. "I love you, but I can't handle all of this, everything you're doing." He adds, "Dad told me to keep you safe." Lynn forces a faint smile. "Yes, you're my big brother. That's why we have to get through this together." Later, Lynn goes to meet a man named Tommy. Tommy is someone who can give her money in exchange for drugs. While there, she notices a young woman and a little girl. Pulling Tommy aside, Lynn asks quietly, "Who are they?" Tommy snaps, "That's my girlfriend, and you just mind your own business." Lynn replies sharply, "Yeah, just like you minded your business with me for 5 years. It's here we realize the truth. When Lynn was just 16, she lived with Tommy. She was in love with him, but Tommy exploited her, forcing her to sleep with other men for money. Now Tommy agrees to give her $3,000 in exchange for her stuff, but she'll have to deliver it herself. And he warns, after today, don't come back to me again. Before she leaves, he hands her some old photographs of herself, images from that painful time. Driving away, Lynn starts remembering her haunted past. She reaches the address Tommy gave her. A house party is in full swing. Inside, Lynn is led to a private room with the buyer, a man named Blake. He asks, "How do you want your payment?" "Cash," Lynn answers firmly. But Blake smirks, offering only $2,000. "Fine," he says. "I'll give you 4, but I heard you used to be pretty wild." "Yes," Lynn admits coldly. "When I was 16, Blake flashes the bills in front of her face. And what about now? Still wild." He tosses the money at her, letting it scatter across the floor. Lynn crouches down silently, gathering the bills. When she tries to leave, she finds the door locked. Her anger flares. "You think you can buy me with cash?" Blake approaches, trying to calm her, but Lynn's mind spirals back to those dark memories. He pushes closer, starting to undress her. Lynn stands frozen, silent, until rage breaks through. She shoves him hard, then smashes a bottle over his head. She runs out of the room, frantically searching for Ken in the crowd. But Blake stumbles downstairs, shouting, "She stole my money." At once, other men grab Lynn. They throw her down onto a glass table. It shatters beneath her, shards stabbing deep into her back. Blood soaks her shirt as she struggles to her feet. Ken rushes to her side. Together, they escape into the car. By now, dawn has already broken. Lynn's back is torn open, glass and blood covering her. Doreen carefully pulls the shards of glass out of Lynn's back, but even then, she refuses to sign the loan. "I don't want this house," she mutters coldly. "I hate it. Too many memories live here." And in that moment, the truth becomes clear. Doreen never intended to buy the house. That's why she bought the car instead. She didn't want to stay with Lynn at all. Lynn, tears welling up, says, "Fine, then leave." "But Kenny stays with me." Doreen snaps, "No, Kenny won't stay with you. He's afraid of you. I'm his mother." She adds bitterly, "I've taken care of him since before you were even born." She cuts deeper. "You already forgot about him once when you ran off to live with Tommy. Back then, you didn't care about anyone." Lynn breaks down. "I was just a kid," she cries through sobs. She begs, "Where were you when I needed you? When I needed my mom?" But Doreen just shakes her head. "I can't do this anymore. You can blame me all you want, but you're an adult now, and I'm moving on with Kenny. We'll live somewhere else." Shattered, Lynn whispers, "All right?" She goes upstairs to her room. Our phone buzzes. It's a voice note from the dealer. "I've accepted another buyer's offer." Hearing this, Lynn lies back on her bed, closes her eyes, and sinks into silence. Sometime later, she rises, walks downstairs, and hugs her brother goodbye. "I'll be gone for a while," she whispers. Before leaving, Lynn divides her remaining money, $3,000 in her mother's name, and the rest to her friends. And her final message to Doreen reads, "Last night, I fought for my family. Now, I'm going to fight for myself." And with that, friends, the story ends here.